What's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the new community podcast. Today, we're going to start off this episode with a local favorite in the Smash community, Zeddy.
Favorite?
You're one of the favorites. You know, a lot of people like you, Zeddy.
Smile. Oh, that makes me smile. Thanks, guys.
Zeddy's a Game & Watch main in the game Project M. A character that's mostly hated. Number 5 on the Washington PR list, so he's got a little bit of hype there.
I guess.
And he's overall a pretty good guy.
Hey, that's fucking grand to hear. I appreciate that. I strive to be.
So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
How you doing today? How's everything?
Fantastic. Work was great. It was fucking beautiful today. I'm doing great. You know, like life's been really, really on the up and ups for me recently. So I'm really digging this right now.
You enjoying the weather?
Oh God.
Because right now it's what it's like something like 80 degrees or something like that.
Here. It was 70 something. It was 75 earlier. It is.
Regardless, it's
80 degrees.
Yeah.
78 right now.
It is beautiful.
Just fantastic.
Oh God. So how's everything else going on in your life? How's work?
So I just started work at this company with Lindley. So Mocha, most of you might know Mocha. Definitely a kind guy in the community. Great guy. He helped me out. He got me a job starting at this company just down the road from ePG, which is really cool. So every Thursday I just get to hit up ePG right after work. But he also offered me a spot in his house too. So I'm living in Seattle now. First time out on my own. I'm living in Seattle, in the heart of Seattle, like 10 minutes, 5-minute drive from the Space Needle, and like just kind of sitting back and taking it all in because this is new for me. This is all new for me.
Well, getting out on your own, first off, is a huge step.
Yeah.
Into adulthood. You learn a lot of things. A lot more responsibilities fall on your lap, and that can be a challenge.
No, it was for sure, especially in Smash. Like it showed, and I had a talk with Mocha about it. It showed, like. Bluetooth, so he works at our company as well. He made mention that like I got the job and he's like really happy for me, but he's like, you might start sucking in Smash. And it turned out I did. Like my mentality, I was so happy, I was so grateful for myself. Like I don't know if grateful is the right word. I felt super happy. And Smash, for some reason, for a little while there, really wasn't working out. It was like kind of just like, I really hate to. I don't like doing this and saying people like shouldn't beat me, but like when I'm 5th on PR, I have a certain standard to hold up. People are supposed, when someone beats me that shouldn't, even though like 1.5 million sets before it was really close, like it's a big thing, and I'm not used to it. So it really, really wrecked my mentality when I was doing so good, so happy, just to have all these really strange losses happen to me back to back to back to back to back. But striving, and I'm just super hyped for bigger Belk, man.
Well, is it because once you like the personal life, getting your business in order, feeling success right there, did that minimize Smash as in a level of importance to you?
Good way of putting it.
And so therefore maybe you didn't play as hard or didn't care as much.
Okay, so that's the thing is, I'll always tell people I care till the day I die. If I'm playing, unless I'm going a secondary, I'm trying my hardest. Like I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to lose. So like to say that it like made me try less, but like there's definitely times where I didn't feel like I was able to play in my mind 100% and I wasn't able to like just
get in the zone.
Yeah, get in the zone. And I don't know whether it was from fatigue because I've also on a diet, or if it's like just a mixture of everything going right and like the world just saying no, this isn't supposed to happen right now. And I'll touch on that later, but last Thursday was crazy weird for me. Crazy weird in terms of bracket and how that happened.
I don't even know what happened. You want me to pull it up?
No, I don't need you to. I remember exactly.
Exactly. So what happened? I don't know.
So winners was Forest Fire round 1.
Yep.
He had to play someone, then we fought. And that was like, he beat me 3 weeks prior. I believe it was 3 weeks, if I'm recalling correctly, here at ePG. And right after that, I was the first time in 2 or 3 years where I went 0-2. 2 years. I've been playing for 3 years. So first time in 2 years about that I've gone 0-2. And the second loss, I love you, Tiz, but I went Falcon. I Falcon dittoed him. he got some stocks right, and I wasn't trying. I really hate to say it like that, but I really wasn't trying.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this, I'm out. You know, like, I'm way too salty to even care. But I played Forest round 1, and it was like, it was just the start. After seeing that I played Forest round 1, I was like, dude, this is going to be like a good night in a sense where, like, to prove myself, to myself mostly. Like, no one else knows or feels what I'm feeling when it comes to that. Like, I needed to beat Forest for more than anything. I don't know. It just needed to happen because he played so amazing. Like,
it was actually I actually remember that first game.
Yeah.
He was just tearing it up. He had
destroyed me.
He had like
he 2-0'd me, man.
He just came flying around, just swooping, grabbing, like, you know, cut forward.
Dude, so game 2, he was 2-0'ing me. We spawned. I don't know if I spawned or he spawned, but we both were at 0-0. I'm pretty sure, somewhere around there. And he spawned. He spawned. I remember this. He spawned and he did some crazy shit. He like down throw, side B, regrab like a few times, and I was like, oh my god! I could hear the commentators in this room freaking out, and I'm just like, oh, it's happening. You don't play.
Should we close the door?
It's something that I'm kind of, you know, like, I'm never gonna John about it. Someone's got to be a little bitch to be like, oh, I can hear the commentator. Shut up, dude. Like, it is what it is. You know, like, you can hear him.
Maybe that's something we'll have to consider now.
No, but it is something that I've definitely thought about. The one thing I don't like is that the TV right here, there's people on the other side of you.
Yeah,
and that's really uncomfortable. That makes me really uncomfortable.
I actually have been talking to Robo about redoing the configuration a little bit, but we'll see as we get closer to Nemesis.
Yeah. Oh, Nemesis.
Yep.
Oh, we were talking about the stupid bracket, though. I had some crazy lineups. Basically, just a bunch of crazy shit where I had to play people where it was, like, destined to play them. I played Forest 2-0. I was not happy. It wasn't as close, or it was closer than I wanted it to be, and I have to do that to myself now. I've realized I've got to, like, kind of, like, build myself up to where it's like I don't even want to lose a stock to anybody anymore. This is bullshit. I'm like, no, I'm Game & Watch, you know? Like, it shouldn't be happening. But played Forest. Won. It was a 2-0. And then I played, if I remember correctly, I didn't have another match. I played Tyler. And that went to game 3. And last time, I believe he 2-0'd me. So it was like, it felt good. I was like, yeah, okay, I got to game 3. He kind of got me good game 3. We went to Wario Land, which I should have banned. But I don't like Stadium because Tyler likes it so much. But went to game 3, and it was close enough where I was like, I feel good about that. That's all I wanted. You know, if I would have got Tyler, it would have been crazy. But that's all I wanted. At least I got to game 3. And losers, I think I played my roommate right after that. I played Mocha. Yeah. It was definitely just a bracket that felt like it was supposed to all happen, and everything got good. I just ended up losing to Aki game 3, which felt perfectly fine. So, man, I wasn't too stressed on it. It was just supposed to happen before Bigger Balk, I feel like. So.
It's okay. So I don't know that much about you, Zeddy, and I don't know if everyone in the community knows.
No one knows
that much about. I mean, everyone loves you, Zeddy, but I don't know if everyone knows where you come from, how'd you get into all this, and the history behind Mr. Zeddy here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how'd you got into the Smash community and the competitive scene?
I guess I'll start off by saying, don't hate me, but I am a doc kid. I definitely watched a documentary and fell in love with this game. So I started watching YouTube videos. I was into other competitive games. I guess you could call it competitive. I was a Call of Duty player.
Okay.
I was a Call of Duty player. So I started with Modern Warfare 2. I played Black Ops 2 a lot.
The best and only one.
Black Ops 2 sits super special in my heart, dude.
Oh, I don't know. I think after Modern Warfare 2, it was done.
If you're listening to this podcast and you know me on Facebook, send me a message. Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2? Let's go. Black Ops 2, baby.
It's Modern Warfare 2.
I know, dude.
Dude, okay, I used to... okay, I'll just say this real quick and then...
for sure.
So I used to play Search and Destroy Hardcore all the time with my friends. Cool. And
Hardcore Search was where it was at, dude.
And we would go and on certain maps you could go and noob tube the enemy team from the spawn and get 3-4 players, and if your team didn't disperse correctly on certain maps, like half your team gone and like literally first second of the game.
One man army noob tube was stupid.
Yes, it was the best because if the entire team grouped up and they went in one direction and that noob tube just landed right on your head.
All I think about, if anybody knows Modern Warfare 2, Afghan, you just start off the map, you look over and you're just like,
you just strafe
car
to the right.
blows up, kills all of them.
Yep, strafe to the right, aim up, and that's it. You get
it's so evil.
Guaranteed one kill.
Dude,
like
that's how you get nukes. That's how you get nukes. You just start off with that, get your kill streaks, and you just go. Okay.
All right, back.
We sorry, anybody who's not a Call of Duty nerd like we were. Black Ops 2, though. Black Ops 2.
No, Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Well, one of the twos. But started with Call of Duty, got really into that. I was a trick shotter, if anybody know what that is. You would spin around in circles and shoot people. It was pretty terrible community to be a part of. Really sad that but I met some really good people. But it's just a really sad community. Really, really sad. But spent a long time of my life on that, and then I moved to Smash. Someone showed me fucking the Wombo combo because I was referencing it without even knowing what it was from.
Right.
And he was like, dude, you even know what that's from? I was like, no. Saw the video, went and looked up everything, went and did what everybody's done. You know, they watched the documentary, watched Mango play. Everybody fell in love. I fell in love with Mango, and I just started loving the game. I started as Melee. I started with Melee, though.
When was that?
Man, you know, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I started with Melee. Went on to Project M because shout-outs to Winnie the Crew. That's my guy right there. Weston, if anybody knows him. He's in Texas right now. But started playing with him. I met up with him and just kind of started getting into the community bit by bit and working my way. I ended up going to Game Clucks, same with Chief. I actually met Chief for I think it was probably my first time at Game Clucks. No, second time. I have a good story.
Okay.
I told you about this. I told you about the Chevy thing. The Chevy.
You're gonna have to tell me again.
My first tournament I ever went to, I was on crutches. I had a broken foot. And that's kind of what started me going out more and kind of getting into the community, I guess. I was on crutches, and I showed up to Game Clucks. I posted on their Facebook. Is this cripple accessible? Am I able to get in? I'm on crutches. They're like, you're good, dude. But it was I don't know if you've been to Game Clucks.
No.
It was an iffy venue, so Cripple Boy had a hard time getting around. So it was really, really crowded. Game Clucks, if any of you have been there, really crowded. I was trying to get on a setup. And of all people that I played this person on NetPlay a few times, and I was a big fan. I've seen him on the ePG streams plenty of times. Chev Wardo, our Lord and Savior Chevy. I saw him there, and I was like, oh, hey, Chevy. But didn't really acknowledge him at that point. He was getting off a setup, and I was trying to take the setup he was on. And he stands up, turns around, without even knowing me at the time. I think maybe he knew me from NetPlay, and I added him on Facebook. But
sure.
We've never met. Pretty damn sure.
Yeah.
He goes, get out of my way, Cripple Boy.
That's so Chevy.
That's so Chevy, dude. Get out of my way, Cripple. Something along those lines. Cripple Boy. And I was like, oh my God, Chevy. I just laughed my ass off.
I love Chevy for that because he can give a fuck. It's like having no
honestly, it warmed my heart. I felt, some people might be like, that was rude, dude. I felt welcomed. I felt welcome to have someone just being a shitter, just being funny.
But that's a thing though. Like whenever you get close to a group of friends or just someone in general, you get a little bit more
open,
rompous and open with them. You use a little bit more.
For sure, dude.
Whatever, however that turns out, that's a normal thing. And Chevy in particular, he's an interesting character. I love him.
Oh God, I love Chevy so much, dude. There are times where I hate him, but there are times where I love him. When he was, when he was comboing Sosa. Oh my God, you know that? I don't know if anybody knows the combo. Dash attack, charge shot. Classic. So, final boss. Chevy dash attack, charge shot, Sosa, game 3 to even it up. And the commentator goes, Washington is freaking out right now. That was me. That was all me.
Yeah.
I was the only one screaming. Just because, it was so sick. And it was game 3 last August. But yeah, Chevy's a crazy character. I love him.
But back to your first tournament?
Man, I don't remember anything about it. I probably got shit on, to tell you the truth. But I was inspired to keep playing, and I definitely did. But you know,
said you met Chief there?
Yeah, so I think I was more inspired by the people. Dude, I was really into smoking, so we would go out and smoke all the time, and we would just hang out. And I really didn't care so much about being the best, more so just having a good time playing with my friends. It was just, that's what it was.
Just being part of the community.
Yes, because at that level, when you're at that level, just getting into the community, you really don't have much. You're not, you're not expecting a whole lot of yourself unless you're kind of have the wrong mentality. You shouldn't really expect so much of yourself when you're new. You can't expect to be as good as these dudes who have been playing, spending weeks on weeks on weeks of their life.
Well, yeah, I think
training at this game.
I think Chief and I actually touched on this last week, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's just sometimes some people will have that mentality going in, and they'll be fine. They'll take their lashings and they'll continue to march on. But then there'll be some of those people who they just have that ego in them, and so then when they get beat, it's just too much, and either I
can't lie, that's me. I can't lie, that's me.
Yeah, and then at that point, it's a struggle because you got to get back to normal, and then you got to go and improve because next time around you might face that same person or someone of that same caliber, and what might be coming, but it just depends on whether you do anything about it or not.
It's truth.
Yeah,
it's damn truth.
So
where were we at?
We were in your history, Zeddy. We were talking about your first tournament.
It's fucking weird going back, dude. Being in the community for 3 years and just kind of like, I obviously had thought about this, about where I started, but I guess a good thing to touch on is I started out fucking 310 pounds when I joined the community.
I remember you were a little bit of a larger fellow.
A little bit.
I see. Again, I don't when we were talking about this a little while ago. I don't even remember that anymore.
Yeah, it's because
I guess that was such a long time ago. But all I remember is that you took it seriously, and and I don't know. How do you feel now?
Killer. I've just since I started my job, I've been super well ever since I started this position. Like I started at 240 when I started this position, and I'm already like 215. Just killing it, dude. Just killing it. So like the grind on that shit is still going. But in that initial time in my life, so important to get over that hurdle. So important where I was doing nothing. I literally, before I got into Smash Bros, before I found this community, I was playing Call of Duty, sitting in my room smoking weed.
I guess now we're at full circle. Here we go.
That's all I was doing.
That's all you were doing? You were drinking Mountain Dew, eating those Cheetos?
Oh, you're damn right. Dr. Pepper, not Mountain Dew.
Oh, what? Heretic. It's
changing the status quo, dude. Just stick with the Mountain Dew and Doritos, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's all about the Dr. Peps and the chili Fritos.
Chili
the
Fritos?
The twisty ones.
Okay. I was partial to Funyuns.
Dude, one of the chips that I was never a fan of, but
really,
time changes. Time changes a lot of things, dude.
I love Funyuns. They're so good.
I'm gonna go grab a bag of Funyuns when I leave.
We have Funyuns over there.
But they're so far away. Maybe before
afterwards.
I leave.
Afterwards. So you went to your first tournament, and you don't really remember how that went, but you're sure you probably went 0-2. But what kept you to keep going forward? What made you want to continue going competitive? And is there anyone? I know that you really were doing it for the community when you just loved the community around it. But obviously, if you're going to be going to these tournaments all the time, and now you're number 5 on the PR, you do take it seriously.
Of course.
So like how what got you inspired to get to number 5 on the PR?
Seeing how bad I sucked compared to everybody else. So like, I took Melee a lot more seriously than I did PM when I started. And I watched a lot of Melee, and being able to see what I needed to do and not be able to do it really fucked with me. I was like, man, Mango's going crazy right now. I know what's going on. Like he's just playing amazing, and I see it. I would see it all. At least I thought I did at the time.
Yeah.
I see it a lot better now than I did before or back then. But I wanted to be like, I've always fucking had that drive. I always wanted to be on that main stage with people watching me and people seeing me. So I guess just seeing people like be good at the game really got me into it because I sucked at it.
Because you want to be a champion. You want going in for the guts and glory.
All or nothing sometimes, man. That's how you got to live. All or nothing.
I mean, that's
that's pretty. Yeah.
No. But that's
live like
but that's the attitude you have to go into these kinds of things.
Yeah.
If you aren't going in, I mean, it's the same with anything in life. If you're not going into it to win, then you're wasting your time. I mean, you might, but
there's a fun in a lot of things you can find though.
But if your objective is to be the very best or be on that main stage, but you're not actually, you don't mean it and you don't try it, then you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And then you'll complain about it, and then you know how those people are, where they complain about it nonstop, but they don't train, they don't get any better, they're not going to tournaments, they're not doing stuff.
That's me. I'll be the first to admit that. That's why.
Well, you're going to tournaments.
Okay, I'd go to tournaments, but so like ever since I moved to Seattle, I haven't been able to play net play. So like for a while there, that's probably what was going on. I was just being a little bitch because I couldn't accept the fact that I was losing and just step up my mentality and play more and just grow on that. Like I just didn't try. And that's exactly touching on what you were saying is if you're gonna, it's a waste of time if you're not gonna go and try and actually, if you care, you better damn well try.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's, you can't fault for someone for trying and still not succeeding. It's that
True.
it's when you're not trying and then you don't get the results that you want, and then you're still complaining about it. Like I have no problem. I have no problem with people who are trying. They're having difficulties, but they're still not getting anywhere. You can be totally sympathetic to that.
For sure.
But when you're not trying to make your situation better, when you're not making that decision that I'm gonna take some action to get better or whatever you're doing, then there's not a lot of room for criticism, or not a lot of room for a lack of criticism. When you're complaining, to everyone that, I hate this, or I can't do this, or blah 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 blah. It doesn't, it's like, oh, come on, guy. Like, if you put in the effort, then you might be able to do it.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
No, you're damn right.
Life lessons.
I really don't have much to say to that because I completely agree.
Yeah.
Just put in the damn effort, everybody. You hear that? You hear that, all you listening out there?
You youngins.
You damn youngins. Put in the effort. You'll be there.
But you know what the other part of that is? Patience.
Okay.
That's the other part that's the harder part.
So I get tripped up on patience. Ooh, that guy's salty. We're watching a stream. This guy's salty. But patience can because if you're too patient, then you're not trying hard enough, and you're just kind of sitting and you're just.
Well, you have to set your expectations. You have to set goals. You need to say, I need to be somewhat at this level, or be able to do whatever I need to do at some point. And figure that out. Because you're right. If you don't set any expectations and you say, I'm going to be the very best, but you don't set up a plan, and you just keep going till the end of time,
you'll never reach it.
Then it's still the same thing. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Right? You need to set up some way to measure success and then, milestone it.
I like that. No. One thing I actually saw on YouTube, I was browsing self-help stuff. It was something about reverse engineering success. So you start with a goal. You put your goal, I want to be the best in the state. And then you back up. You say that's your 5-year goal.
Sure.
No, let's just say that's pretty long for Smash, which you can be. But I mean, that's how long. To be real, that's how long it can take.
Well, yeah.
I've been 3 years in, and I'm 5th in the state. So fucking A, I got a long ways to go. So 5 years. So reverse engineer it. You start with a huge goal, and then you work your way down. Just 6-month goal, 1 year goal, 6-month goal, and then you just work it down, and it helps you figure out the steps in order to reach that goal.
Oh, I totally get it.
And sorry to cut you off, but most of the time, people end up going above and beyond their goal because they reverse engineer it, and they're doing it so damn well.
Sorry, this thing keeps
it keeps dying out. You're just trying not to let it die out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you have to enter the password again.
Yeah, exactly. It's annoying.
Asshole.
But I was gonna say is, I don't know if for that either. When you're breaking it down, you don't have to maybe even block it out in time. You can, and it's definitely doable. But I think that you just break it down by it's breaking it down in tasks, objectives, and then like subtasks. You know, like I need to be able to do this combo. So what do I need to be able to do? And then you have to break down. I need to be able to do this tech, and then you got to figure out, okay, how do I do this tech? Okay, now I've got this portion of it done. Now I got to figure out how to roll this tech into this other move, and then you do it.
I'm getting a slight hint of Shockbound here.
Well, no.
A slight hint of you need to input this way, directionally this way, insert long red.
But that's how you do it, though. But that's how you do it.
You're right, though.
Like when you're learning how to do that stuff, and that's exactly what we're talking about, is you're breaking it down, and you're figuring out exactly what you need to do. And once you figure out that process and you've got it down, you know, it becomes secondhand knowledge.
God damn, dude, this podcast, I'm going to walk out of this with my own insight. Like, holy shit. I'm walking out of this with like, oh, man. Like,
and it'll be recorded so you can go back, you know, tomorrow and watch it.
Listen to it.
Listen to it.
Hopefully watch it some point in the future.
Yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
Ooh, you hear that? We got the scoops on ePG, you guys.
Well, I've been talking about it, you know.
Okay, that's true.
So we'll see how that turns out. But I have some pretty...
Oh, there's plans. There's some works. Yeah. We got Braden in the other room doing something that I don't know if that's ePG related.
He's actually, yeah, it kind of is. He's basically got some free server hardware, and he's reconfiguring it and he's getting it ready for the rack.
For the rack. And if any of you have been, if so, I doubt, you know, someone listening to this hasn't been to ePG, but if you haven't, they have this humongous.
Don't tell insider secrets.
Well, I mean, like, what's he gonna do? They just have this huge freaking thing.
We have a server rack.
He
got that free too.
What?
Yeah, this is all from basically older equipment that his employers, they're trying to get rid of them.
Oh, sick!
So like, he works in IT, and so they have they're basically trying to get rid of hardware. Yeah. You know, it's surplus stuff, old stuff, and I mean that rack was. That was a good thing because that thing is expensive.
Yeah, I thought you were about to drop a number on it.
Yeah, those things can get pretty expensive. So it's nice because we got our firewall and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, no, it's a big old frickin' closet with computer stuff in it, man. It's ginormous.
Yeah. So where were we? I don't even remember before we veered.
We're way too deep.
We're way too deep. We were
Chevy. No, it wasn't Chevy. It was already called me a cripple.
We were having a moment about. God, I don't even know anymore.
Should we just move on to the next thing?
Let's just move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
So let me go and ask a question. It's about you and Smash and your choice of character selection.
Oh, God.
So, okay, when you first started playing Melee, because you did say you take it more seriously, what character were you playing then?
I did. PM is definitely my more serious game, without a doubt. I don't play
right now,
Melee.
But like when you were first getting into Melee, what character did you play then?
I love Mango, Falco.
Okay.
He played, I think, a little more Falco at the time. I don't know. I really don't know with him. But he played Falco, and I fell in love with it. And just like, I don't know, to be honest though, like, I was more serious with PM or with Melee, but like after a certain while, PM was all my friends played. Like all my friends that weren't really too caring about the game. They didn't really care about it as much as me and Winnie the Crew did. Like they were just our group of friends. They've probably been here. If they watch the shout outs to my guys, Skylar, Tristan. You guys they just didn't really seem to care about it as much as we did. So sure. I loved. They didn't like Melee. We played a lot of PM. So I started with Game & Watch. Like, no, Rob. Sorry. I started with Rob, with my brother back in the day, playing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try out the other retro character. Tried it out. Got my brother Salty, like, quite a bit. It was pretty fantastic.
That must have been super inspiring, and you must have been, from that point on, this is it.
I remember vividly. If this video ever goes live, I'll demonstrate somewhat. So my brother, we were playing. I probably hit him with like an up B air and killed him. I had no idea that I was doing it at the time. He was just getting him all salty.
Getting ready for whatever's coming.
He'll never watch this, so the salt was real.
I might actually post this just because of this. So let's see here. I'm getting back and prepared just in case.
You taunt? No. So he fucking. I'd have to take off the mic. I'll talk about it and then I'll demonstrate.
Okay.
So controller in hand, glasses flung off. They flew. He had glasses on. Flew. They were gone. Bam. Shirt was next. He put the controller down. He didn't. That's for later. Shirt was off next. He flung that off, and then the controller. I remember vividly. Chucked it. Hit like the corner of a table. like busted into pieces.
Oh.
The Z button was on my lap. Like there was just like trigger here and there. I don't know, dude. It was just like
You don't have to demonstrate that.
Yeah. The glasses was enough. That was definitely savage.
Yeah, that is.
But from that point,
that must have crystallized you. Game and Watch Main right there. You were like, this triggered him so hard. Oh, I want to do this again in the future.
Honestly,
I need to keep this up.
I was just weirded out, dude. I was just like, we're just playing a game, Christian. Like, it's all right, dude. You don't go. Like, let's go smoke, dude. Like there's nothing. I think he was an Ivy main. He was an Ivy main. Yeah. He's never come out though. It really frustrates me. My brother never came out. For these 3 years I've been playing, nah, I'm good.
He's not going to support you
because he's a Smash 4 casual.
Oh, okay, I see.
I hope he sees.
So he's just mad because you're better than him now.
Yeah, exactly. I up-B-nared him and he threw his glasses, his shirt, and controller, and it was all over. He was done. Dude.
This is going to be an interesting soundbite.
No. You go and add my brother on Facebook. Hey, your brother was shit talking.
I'm just kidding. I would never do anything like that. Not intentionally, at least.
But I stuck with Game & Watch from then on out.
Yeah?
Probably not because of that, but, like, I felt comfortable with him.
Is there any times where you felt like Game & Watch wasn't suitable for you anymore? You really wanted to switch characters? Maybe playing anyone in particular just made it difficult for you or anything like that?
To be honest, you got to be lying to yourself if you've never thought that. You've got to be lying to yourself if you've never thought this character that I'm working on, this champion, this hero, this is like, I don't like this. Like, it's just like, like maybe I've spent the most time on it and I get the best results with it, but like I enjoy this character more than this character. And, like, I don't know how it was for him, but this might be a good example for Tomo. He was doing kind of okay with Lucario, and like he just switched to Meta Knight and he started fucking slaying, dude. Just started slaying. So you got to be lying to yourself to say that you've never thought about playing another character or even spent time on another character. Like, Bert's a meme for a reason. Well, Bert's a meme for a reason. I wanted to play Falcon. I really did, but it's, it's kind of like, I know it's never going to happen, but like, let me dream, guys.
Well, I think I find that also interesting a little bit because the way that characters are tiered as well also somewhat limits your choice if you want to take the game more seriously. So if you had a character that was terrible, then there's going to be certain people and certain characters that, unless you're a god and you're like frame perfect on everything, that you're just not going to beat just because of certain limitations. If there's certain ways of playing, like certain game types, I don't know.
I was going to elaborate. Matchups. I think tier lists are bullshit in PM.
Are they?
So it only matters when it comes to like the bottom 10 or 5. Like people will have who they think is worst. Fucking Pit sucks.
So Pit?
No, it's not Pit.
Who else is terrible?
Like if I have to give it a few, Pit, Ollie, Meta Knight, haha, just kidding. Pit, Ollie, Bowser. Fuck, I wish I had the screen of characters in front of me. Pit, Ollie, Bowser. Man, I can't really think about it.
Oh, Kirby. Is he on that list?
This is what I'm saying. Like,
because everyone always tells me that Kirby's trash, and I think he's got a really good moveset, but he's a little bit.
Has anybody seen Eudor? Eudor's fucking insane. I'm pretty sure he beat Chief. I'm pretty sure Eudor beat Chief. Like, or maybe it was close. Something along the lines of like, Kirby's not bad, dude. Kirby's not bad. Anybody can be good.
That's good.
And that's where I want to touch.
Little puffball.
Oh fucking A, he's so sick. That little puffball. Yo, Puff. Puff is on that list. She's shit in PM.
Yeah.
She is terrible. Her weight sucks. She's like...
Yeah, I don't see hungry boxes of PM.
He's going to slay.
Although there's a lot of people that try.
He's going to slay a bigger buck this weekend. He's going to destroy. I feel like he might just take it. Teddy lost to fucking some people down in Cali this weekend.
Running back? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know who these people are, to be quite honest. And that's my ignorance, but...
no. What am I thinking? Teddy lost to the guy I place. He's on the screen right now. Dirt Boy beat Teddy. Yeah.
He's a Squirtle?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dirt Boy beat Teddy. And that really scares me because my pool goes Q-Rack. He's an Idaho random man.
Yeah, I remember. He's on the PR list.
Yeah, on the PR for Idaho, I checked. He's...
me to pull that up?
I got it. He's third. Right. He's an Ivysaur.
Of course, you've been tracking these people. I don't want to know who everyone is. You got a dossier?
I haven't checked out that deep. Honestly, I've only checked out Q-Rack and Dirt.
Sure.
And it was funny. Like, I was checking my Twitter for the first time in forever. Dirt Boy, like, followed me on Twitter. he had a creep on. He had to go find that.
He's doing intel on you.
Yeah.
Counter surveillance is going on here.
He's like, I'm going to fucking shit on this Game & Watch.
That's great.
Fuck with me, Dirt. See me, son. I'm coming for you, dude.
So I got a question for Bigger Belka. I guess we might as well start rolling into Bigger Belka here. Mm-hmm. Are you preparing for Bigger Belk? Are you like really starting to get your training on? Maybe looking at improving any of your combo games or just the way you do certain moves, anything mechanical?
So I guess I've been mechanical wise, that's something you can always work on. You're never gonna always be right. But mentality is something that you can never fucking be ready for your mentality to fuck with you. Sorry, I'm dropping F-bombs like crazy.
That's fine.
You can never be ready for someone to like say something out loud that triggers you while you're in the middle of a game. You're never going to be 100%. It's just like you're not ready. Like Silent Wolf, he had an interview. Otto, our fucking man, Bizno, he had an interview and he said something about his mentality not being right for a tournament. Maybe it was his hands. I can't remember. But he said, I remember it was with Tafo. He had like a video on YouTube. I just remember watching it because it was Otto. And he said something about like you're never going to be ready for like that one random thing that's going to happen that could like mess with your mentality. Something along those lines.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you could try to mentally prepare for everything. It's like a prepper. You know, like a prepper in any kind of fantasy movie or TV show. That one crazy guy who's got that underground bunker with all the supplies and guns and all kinds of crap. And then this one thing that he didn't think of screws him over. And then all his shit's for grabs. You know, it's the same kind of thing where you can prepare all you want, but sometimes you just get caught off guard and you got to try to recover from that.
So, but to answer your question, yes, I've been preparing, but mentally, not with techniques, more with when I get down to Cali, I know that I'm going to be grinding. I'm going to be playing all day. Like, if I'm not out enjoying Cali, if I'm not out and doing something fun, I'm going to be playing games and I'm going to be taking this shit seriously because, you know, like, I'm part of the crew battle, which is something that's weird. Like, that'll be my first time representing...
I saw that.
I have the fucking skins. I have the EPG skin. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I saw that.
And they put your guys' logo.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a second.
Triggered.
I saw that. I was like, hold on a second. Bladewise and Zeddy are EPG now.
Yeah, I was like, sick, dude. I'll take the.
I'm like, I would think.
Let's be real. We both got some pretty sick skins. We all got some sick.
No, they were all some great skins. I was like, I think Zeddy would have preferred to have been just an orange Game & Watch, and he would have been fine.
That's all it was. I just got that would have been a little weird. Personally, I saw it, and when I first saw it, I didn't even put two and two together that it was EPG colors. But I was like, that's a sick Game & Watch because it all matched. Everything looked cool.
Of course.
But then I was like sitting back, I'm like, hey, motherfuckers, I'm not EPG. You know, like,
it's like what the hell? I actually was thinking the same thing, but I was like, I didn't want to say anything. Maybe I should have posted something.
No, dude,
but I saw other people start posting things. Like I saw it like a few hours after it got posted, but I was just like, that is hilarious. Those skins are sick, though.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucking cool.
The Chevy skin or the Samus skin.
My favorite was Ben's. My favorite was Ben's.
Yeah,
Chief.
Yeah,
Chief's skin was way
the Chic skin.
Dude, it looks so sick. It was black. It had like the cool
Let's see if I can pull it
over it. Yeah. I think at some point in the podcast, if you do video, if you go back and edit it and throw in a picture of what you got going on.
I can definitely do that.
That's so cool.
That'd be
so rad.
For sure.
That'd be so rad. Throw up like the EPG skins right there. Show some Joe Rogan stuff. Don't they do that, I think?
No, Joe Rogan, he has a whole video thing.
Yeah, they're professional.
Yeah, see, that's where I want to get at. I want to be able to have like a table where you can sit a bunch of people on it, have some actual table mics, not use headsets, and have like 2 or 3 cameras set up at different viewpoints so you can kind of rotate them around, and then have like maybe a few monitors around the place so people can look in different directions where they're not in the view of the camera, so you're not seeing all kinds of like crap on
production
the
level.
Yeah, production level. You know, trying to be as good as you can get it. You know, especially with what you got.
You know, honestly, you seem like the person where it'll never be as good as it can get.
No,
so you're always going to be improving. I always see that with you guys. Same with Corey too. You know, he's always
everything's a process. Yeah. You know, here it is. Here's the The regional Thunderdome.
Let's go. Ben's skin is so sick. Teddy with the all black with that little touch of white.
I actually really like the Game & Watch outline.
I know, the red.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, and I'm surprised to think about it that it's never been a skin on the EPG build. Black Game Watch has always been my favorite, but he looks. I don't like it in PM when he.
Yeah, but the little red line, it's like
that's what I'm saying.
Nice little stroke around it, and that person keeps getting kneed in the face.
I have no idea who this guy is. Bummer Renji.
I'm not sure, but he just need that guy.
His tag is Benji.
So going on Bigger Belk, have you looked at anyone else in your pools? Or done any more research?
No. There's not really much to look at. You know, I could go in depth with losers and look and see where things would line up. But, you know,
you don't even want to think about that.
So
you just were like, I'm
really superstitious, and I hate saying this, but I'm going with the mentality that I'm not going to fucking lose to anybody. I'm not losing to these nerds.
Good.
I don't want to lose to Dirt Boy. I may, and it could very well happen. He's supposed to beat me.
We're doing intel on Dirt Boy right now, so when he listens to this, we'll be watching him getting kneed in the face.
You hear that, Dirt? I'm coming for you, dude. I'm not playing Falcon.
Someone's going to listen to this and, like, tag him on Twitter.
You can have the Game & Watch, brother, but, like... Please don't. Please don't. Dirt, you're probably a nice guy. Let's have a great set. But I'm gonna fucking Game Watch. I'm gonna 9 you, bro, and I'm just gonna look at you.
That's gonna be great. Are you gonna?
Oh, dude, I'm John Cena every motherfucker.
Yeah.
If I fucking 9 some guy in pools that I don't know if he's like losers round. If I lose a Q rack and I go into losers and I 9 the next kid, he's getting John Cena like.
John Cena.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah. Damn it, dude.
Fucking
so
Peter.
good.
Blame Peter, dude. Blame Peter for all that.
But it's so good. That's a good meme. It's a great meme.
I have a combo vid coming up, so I'll let this be like the intel. If you if you're watching this, my combo vid, I 9 Peter, and I have a fading image of John Cena just fading out and very dim.
That's good.
I John Cena him, and then it's just John Cena.
That's great.
I know it's cheesy, but it's just
that's fine.
It's just great.
I'm gonna go and cut this part out so Peter doesn't hear it. I'll just blank your voice out. No, I'm just kidding.
The Bigger Balak is gonna be great.
So crew battle. Who's in the crew battle? I don't know all the details of Bigger Balak right now. Everything seems to be like people are saying all kinds of stuff.
Same here. I'm not sure either. All
I know is that Peter lobbied for us to have a Washington representation.
Mm-hmm. And I went and made a comment as well. Like after I give all props to Peter. He definitely. Ooh, Dirt Boy, you're getting fucking nipple spiked right now, bro. I give all props to Peter. He definitely put it into motion. But I want to say that like after I made my comment, I was like, this is bullshit that you're not even considering. Peter was like, hey, Washington's good. Why are you sleeping on him? I'm like, this is bullshit. We're a fucking strong region that is coming down in full force. 12 people, 13 people coming down to your region. And what, you just want us to sit there on Friday and not just be like, this is fun. Like, no other region is coming with that. Well, like, we're having a huge region. I think every region that comes with that full force should just be allowed in the fucking crew battle. And I'm pretty sure, I would hope, I don't know.
You want some representation, man.
Like, we're a part of the West Coast.
Give us some props. We're sending people down.
You can, if you guys beat our B team, then we'll let you in the crew battle. God, suck my dick, Maddox. I love you, but like, God, why you gotta even say
some
that?
Drama. You're be up on the Reddit.
Damn right. You're damn right. I don't know. Maddox he's a nice guy. When I met him once, I don't think he probably remembers. I played friendlies with him. It was at Final Boss. It was the first friendly sit-up I played at with him and some other kid who had blue hair. But seemed nice. But just every single thing I've seen him talk about with Washington is like he just fucking doesn't care. And they don't care. Like this can be drama. This is personal. This is all me, so this represents only me. But like when Stigma happened, they didn't even do the right Stigma analysis. They props to them. I appreciate them trying to include us in their like Balk cast where they talk about tournaments that happen. Mm-hmm. We were the last tournament, one of the last tournaments recognized, and they talked about Stigma, which I was so hyped for. I was like, dude, maybe they'll mention me, like that's cool. I did really good there, had a really good tournament. They talked about Stigma 1.
Interesting.
They talked about Smash Stigma 1.
Like a year ago.
They literally looked, so they have each person do feedback or do research on the tournament just to get a few topics
Of course,
to talk about.
You have some research, just do some intel.
Jason motherfucking Truel, our guy. I forget why am I forgetting his tag? I know his name better. I think that's his name. It's fucking the Zero Suit Samus player who's really popular down there. You know,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, anybody else would know who I'm talking about. He's their like TO guy. Why am I forgetting his name? But yeah, he did the research on us, but he talked about Stigma 1, and I was just like kind of bummed. I was like, and then Anthony was really kind to be like, hey, can you guys like maybe you guys kind of messed up, you know, like this is wrong turny guys. And they're like, oh, we got you, we'll fix that.
Is that our problem? We need to get more loud so people take us more seriously.
That's why you think I'm talking shit right now.
You know what? Maybe
why you think I'm talking shit on them? Fucking sorry, like just dropping the ball on us. You know, that's what I'm saying. Is it's all related back to we're not like looked at as like a force when. You know, Teddy might have gone to. I feel really bad. Teddy went down and lost. He didn't do too hot. You know, like he's got. You want Teddy? You're our representative right now, brother. Like you gotta hold it down. But like, come the fuck on. Like you can't sleep on us. We're a goddamn strong region. And Chevy going down to Final Boss and destroying your Californian players should say enough. It's been a year, you fucks. So, like, just wait till we get down there. I hate doing this because I'm going to eat my words for it. I'm going to be like, just wait. Lose to, like...
No, but you got to go and do the whole Rocky song and start training until that day. So now you're hyped up, and now you got to go and put the work in. And then when you go in there, you just slay them. And then you're like, dust off
Sorry, this turned into Shit Talk California.
This will be a section. I'll cut this out.
Okay, we'll just be like, yeah.
This will be an extra section we'll put out later in the...
Just call it the Zeddy prediction.
The drama zone.
Chevy's getting first.
Yeah, you think so?
He's winning it.
In Project M?
Yes. No, in Melee too.
Oh, Melee too?
He's beating Hungry Box. No. Chevy who...
Is Hungry Box playing Project M?
I would hope so. Okay. God damn, he's...
Well, how does he stand in Project M? Sorry to divert the conversation for a second.
I was just going to troll and say Chevy's going to win it or something. Yeah. Something along those lines. I don't know. He whooped our boy Peter. Apparently at the Invitational, that was a while ago, Peter played him, and there was definitely some Melee cronies I heard. I was not there, so this is all hearsay. It's nothing I was there for. This is all second, third-hand comments. There were some Melee cronies, and they were shit-talking Game & Watch, you know, because the people are going to be shitters and not understand that Game & Watch can fucking die really easy.
So you're saying we need to bring 2x4s next time?
Yeah, so we can back up our boy.
I'm just kidding.
No, dude, honestly, like, get some 2x4s so we can whack some people being little... They were being cronies, dude. They were like, apparently, from what Peter said, I'm pretty sure they were just kind of like
they were just
shitting
there.
on him. Yeah. They were just there being
being rude.
Yeah, and that's not cool. You know, like
I get it.
I'm pretty sure Hungrybox probably didn't even like it unless they were his friends. But like, you know, like it's like just like unfair to the player that's playing Game & Watch. Just like how I hate when people hate on ICs. Like the people, it gets past the point where you're not hating on the character. You can say it's just about the wobbles, but you're being like,
but
it's a human being, dude. Like,
because the character is just
if they're a shitty person, then that makes sense. But like,
it's just because you don't like the character
Peter does not deserve any of that.
Yeah.
He's the fucking sweetest kid. He's quiet. He's just quiet. And he's like, good games.
Oh, I think he's devilishly plots all the time.
What do you mean?
Oh, he's the kind of kid. You know, he's you know what Peter is. He's a troll. He's a troll just like us. He's a troll just like us.
Just to himself a little more.
He's just a little bit more reserved.
Funny story about Peter. When he came over for, I think it was winter break, he was outside as I was leaving EPG, and he was with his friend. I don't know why this jumped into my brain. Sorry, it's completely derailed. It's just I love Peter. Everybody needs to know this. I was like, hey, baby. I was rolling by. I rolled down my window. Hey, baby, how much? And he just goes, he doesn't say anything. And then he said something about, I'm forgetting. I'm butchering it. But he just literally like looks at me and like starts stroking his ePeen type deal. I can't remember what it was. I cannot. Totally butchered it. But if you guys know Peter, didn't say a word after what I said to him. Just looked at me and started stroking. I was like, or something like along those lines. Peter really corrected me, but it was fucking godlike, and I love that kid so much.
That's hilarious.
So yes, he is a complete troll, but he's just a little to himself more.
Yeah, he's a little more reserved.
Yeah, very more reserved.
He's perfect posture Peter.
Oh my god. Perfect posture.
Peter Pickmon.
Triple P.
Yeah.
Triple P.
Peter the cheater.
Peter the cheater.
So is there any other tournaments in your scope other than Bigger Bulk?
Do we even need to say anything?
In the near future, other than Nemesis. Nemesis, I know,
So,
July 8th. But other than Nemesis, is there any other tournaments that's on the scope?
I'm still not sure about this 100% because I fucking hate Peter for posting in the Pacific Northwest page with that GIF or that picture, but I'm like half set on continuing playing where I'm like, I did pretty good, but you know, like,
Looking at retiring?
Time and place? No fucking way.
Oh, okay.
Anybody? Matt's still playing. I'm done, guys.
Oh yeah,
I love you, Matt. I love you, Matt. But we all know,
yeah,
dude.
we thought he retired like 3 times already.
Yeah. You're never done with this game. You're never done. Your mentality slacks.
Like, wow, it's like crack.
Your mentality slacks, and you fucking hate the game. It happens.
Yeah.
But the second you pick it back up, like Matt's doing, he's popping the fuck off.
Yeah. You want to take a sabbatical, maybe?
What is that?
It's like take a retreat, a break.
A sabbatical?
Yeah, it's like
Never heard that.
Like a work retreat, essentially, almost kind of thing.
Retreat, I guess, is probably the correct term because you're just running away from the game. I don't want anything to do with this, but I don't know if that's the right term.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's definitely like you just you just don't want anything to do with the game, and when you do, it's only because you love this game. You'll never not love the game.
Yeah.
But like when I was
burn out on it.
when I was coming for those weeks where I was doing shitty, I didn't want to go, dude. And it was just like in the back of my head, like, you don't want to go today. You don't even want to go, and then you would do shitty, and then you're just like, well, told you, and it's just
it's
like
a reaffirmation of what you already thought,
exactly.
And then it's a cyclical cycle that just keeps going and over and over and over again
until it stops, until you finally break out of that mentality. And you're like, nope, fuck this shit. I know who I am. I know how I can be. I know I can play good. And yeah, it's really hard to not get in that if you've played for a while. But it made me really feel when I was like that. It's happened quite a few times. Every single time I'd start doing terrible, I start to feel like that. But then, you just have that one spark of motivation and it brings you back. But I'm just not sure with, like I say my age, but I'm 21, I'm starting to get into adulthood and shit, and I'm starting to realize that, like, like
real life priorities.
Yeah, like life's pretty serious.
Yep.
This shit's kind of like the real
totally
deal.
Understand.
Kind of like the real deal, and like, like if I can focus on my life and have Smash be something I do for fun, that's fucking amazing. But like, when I waste so much of my happiness, people may not know it, but like when I wasn't working for a while there, Smash was everything. I would go home, maybe wouldn't play, I wouldn't practice like hard. When I say everything, mentality. It would make or break how I would feel. Like, people have seen me. Like, you know me. When I do bad and I'm not happy, I'm quiet or I'm mad, and I'm just like, I can get mad, but for the most part I get quiet, and I just get so reserved and I get sad, and I'm just like, fuck, I spend so much time playing this game, and like here's what you got to show for it, going 0-2, going 2-2, losing to people you shouldn't.
But it's important to have that self-reflection.
It's also really important to have that happen to you. Go 2-2, so you can, like I've learned this about life. You got to have the bad days so you can really enjoy the good days. Like the bad days will always happen, but when the good days come around, it makes you reflect and go, God damn, what a good day. like man, this is fantastic.
But that's the whole point of the grind. You can just, you have to expect it. That there's going to be some hard times.
I like hearing that. I loved hearing that. You have to expect it.
Well, that's the one thing. That's the one thing I don't like about, and this is getting a little political, but about like the bullshit. Everyone's got a participation trophy kind of culture where everyone's a winner. No, everyone in life. They didn't start off the same. Like, everyone's unique from one another in their situation, whether that's, how they were raised or whatever it is. And you're not all going to be equal when you come out of everything at the end of life. And you have to understand very early that life is going to be hard sometimes. And
no, it's all the time, dude.
Well, it depends. I guess that depends on your outlook in life and how, but
very true. But I like to think that it's hard all the time.
But
sorry, man.
But you have to just understand that it's going to get tough from time to time, and you're going to have to eat a little dirt, and eventually you'll come out of it if you you strive for it. Otherwise, life will consume you. Like, the world will consume you if you don't try to persevere. If you let all the bad things just overcome you, like, that's when all the bad, the really bad stuff starts happening. So you just gotta be like that crusader. Put up the shield and get your sword and start chopping through it. You just start slicing your way through and say, screw this shit. I'm going up.
I like that. You just got to keep fighting.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's what life is.
I like that you put up the shield because there's still some shit in your way. You got to like block it off, but you're also like slicing through it. You got to like fucking dig your way through.
Yeah, I'm a very visual person. I'm sorry.
So am I. No, that's how I learn the best.
Yeah,
visual. When you're in school and they're like, "Are you a visual or a hands-on learner?" Oh no, well I guess that's what I meant. Hands-on, like things being shown to me.
Yeah, exactly. But we get it.
Fuck this game sometimes. Anybody out there who's played this game? I like to say it. Played Smash anywhere. I mean, even after a year, you can start to feel it. You grow this unfound hatred, but love for the game. Because, for one, you love everybody in it. You love all the people in it. But, goddamn, just the game can piss you off. Because you're doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And the one thing you always want to see is results. That's what we're getting at. Basically, you need to see results. Otherwise, you might get caught in that vicious cycle.
Always what drove me.
Look at you. You're on number 5 in a PR. Where do you want to be? Or are you going to start taking it more casually soon?
Don't hit me with that.
Are you coming to Nemesis?
I should be.
You should be.
I mean, like, why would I miss it? I really have no reason.
I don't know. Again, are you taking it casually? Are you retiring somewhat?
See, that's why I hated Peter saying that. I wanted my friends to know that I was not having a grand time playing this game.
And that's understandable.
And, he went and posted it on the page. No, I didn't even message him about it. I wasn't worried about it. But, it's like I wish he had it because it wasn't something I wasn't willing to share publicly that I wasn't, it could have been obvious, but I wasn't willing to, be like, yeah, I'm kind of seriously considering not playing this game just for my fucking self. It's a little selfish, but, I'm not going to stop going to events.
I don't think it's selfish at all. No, because if it's for you and if you are in charge of your life and you're setting up those goals for yourself, if you don't feel that that's the thing anymore, then why should you feel guilty for changing?
I guess I just feel somewhat a responsibility to be in this community, not in a sense where that's ever keeping me coming.
Sure.
Never has it ever but I feel like this little bit of responsibility where when I walk into a room, I try to greet everybody. I try to be friendly with everybody. But
that's part of your persona. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You're a jovial guy.
I like to be, dude. How could you? I mean, okay, I understand how you cannot be, but how could you go through your day being sad and unhappy and shit all the damn?
Well, there's plenty of people who do that.
I can't say how can you because fucking I've been there, but just when I'm with my friends in a place where I feel Smash.
Is that a pocket watch?
Yes, sorry.
That's baller. I'm sorry.
No,
now I want
you
one.
say it's baller, but look how cheesy it is. It's barely open.
Now I want a real one.
I'm president of the United States.
I want a gazillion-dollar one.
No, you gotta wear a vest so you can pull it out. This is what my dad said. You gotta I was like, well, where do you put it? He's like, well, back in the day, they put it in their vest and they'd be like, what's the time?
I got you.
Open it, yeah. Gotcha. What were we talking about? Nemesis.
Yeah, other than Nemesis, yeah,
I did want to talk about Nemesis.
Yeah.
I'm just. Is there anything you can give to the people?
Well, I mean,
I'm curious. Now I'm interviewing you.
It's essentially.
Come on now.
Essentially, what people already know. We're setting up. We already have most of it planned out. We still need to go and figure out a few details. We're having some difficulties because we originally wanted to do a big cake and have so what we wanted to do is get a big cake and bring it in there, kind of
cool.
Have a big birthday celebration at the end of the tournament, right before it was over, right before the award ceremony. I don't know, sometime we had it blocked off. But after talking to the college, they're like, well, you can't bring in your own food. It has to be catered.
We have to cater food.
Yeah, like we have to get catered food, or it has to be like pre-prepared food. It can't be like stuff that you bring in that like I guess actually it depends on who made the cake, right?
Oh,
Maybe,
so literally you could just order a cake and say it was catered.
well,
right?
maybe, but you have to go through their specific catering company. They have rules for that. It was,
so maybe they have a cake company you can go through.
So we're still looking into certain details like that, because that would put a little bummer into the tournament. We really wanted to do kind of like
a celebration,
but we still gonna have a celebration with the tournament.
I think just for my personal preference, I believe it should be in the middle or the start. End most, like after a big tournament, people are burnt out.
Yeah, we were thinking about that
just
as well.
Just a thought.
No, we originally had that plan, but we keep changing things around.
Yeah, of course.
But
we're planning a tournament, man. Yeah, of course.
So yeah, we have Mikey on that front helping us get a whole group of 64 players for Smash 64.
That's right, 64 is gonna be crazy.
I think that's how we're gonna start off the morning.
64 though, hell yeah, dude.
It's
cool.
Super old school, and
dude, I don't get to see 64 played at a top level ever. Only like top players.
Well, I don't know. We'll see how. I think he's trying to get people from BC out, and especially Northern Washington, because that Everett, Marysville area, BC area, Vancouver, they're all like there's a lot of 64 players
Everett?
up there.
Everett area?
Or just up there, up north. Maybe it's Bellingham. I'm not sure.
Everett is like an hour north or hour south of Bellingham.
I'm sorry. Then I had it wrong. That's fine.
That's why I was like, whoa. Like I used to live in that area. No, I was like, I used to live in that area, man.
And then we will have Melee doubles, then Project M doubles, and then we'll rotate into Melee singles and Project M singles, and that'll roll out the whole night. So we'll have a pretty busy schedule.
No. What's the max capacity?
300.
That's going to easily cap out.
Let's hope so.
No, easily. With who you're planning on?
We'll see.
Is that a thing?
Nothing's confirmed, so I don't want to say anything.
You and Ben talked about it on the last podcast.
So yeah, I haven't talked to him yet. I've been lazy on that. I'm going to be quite honest. But we still have time.
I think
that's something I have to do tonight.
Ooh. Well, hit me up because I told you
I will talk about that later.
I got you.
Yeah, no problem. For anyone that was wondering, there was nothing.
There was nothing that should be. So you got to keep them enticed. They're what was that?
So other than that, I mean, it's just going to be a standard tournament. We're not going to. I mean, it's our 3rd year anniversary. That's something that's big. It's our 3rd year running tournaments. And one thing I hope after our anniversary tournament there. After Nemesis, is that we eventually couldn't get this out of the house, get this into a proper venue.
Ding, 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 ding. There we go, guys. There's some juicy information.
So that's a goal. That's been a goal. That's a goal for ours for a long time. But the problem is trying to find an appropriate location that works for everyone on a day that works for everyone. So a year ago it was tougher for us because when we were especially still running Smash 4 in our brackets, there was still actually a lot of tournaments in this area. Like Chris was still running tournaments with Game Clocks Monday. You had ESS obviously on Sundays. We were doing Thursdays. Bracket and Bruce was doing Smash 4 on Wednesdays. There's GameWorks on Mondays. You've got Tuck House, Project M Melee on Fridays. The whole schedule's pretty much goddamn full.
Packed.
And
I don't know.
Right now, it's a little bit. It's settled down a little bit. There's like Game Clocks. I think is pretty much KIA for the moment.
So I'll drop this information. I don't know if it's true. This is all what I personally think. Game Clocks is rip. They're just they're sticking to Smash 4 and they're doing their thing. I'm willing to share that if people do listen to this. Like, if you I highly doubt. Chris has told me that Game Clocks is going to be, they're getting a venue. He's going to stick with his Highline stuff, and he's going to ride out Smash 4 until he can't. And then it's just going to, unless, and if I hope he proves me wrong because.
So he's not trying to be active with it. He's just being like kind of, he's not trying to be active. He's just passive on this.
Theft happened. It deterred him. He's like, I never liked you guys that much anyway. You guys kind of treated me like shit. I'm going to do Smash 4. It's all he would continue with Melee and host Melee at like a slugfest, which would get a ton of people if he,
Well, I think the first few, but like after that one time where he had like literally 0 entrants.
That was a community choice.
Yeah, it was. It was
not 100% on him. There were
there was some drama that happened before.
There were reasons not to go, but that was a community effort to not go.
Yeah, that was true.
And that's what triggered me the most, is that people were like, no one was here.
Well, I will admit that after that event, I did say, like, if there's not going to be a reasonable amount of people in any of those brackets, I don't want to enter any of our players in there either. I mean, I personally don't feel like we should, because to be quite honest, Chris is. I know he had he had to cover the cost of the venue, but his some of the pricing on his events for what you got from it. It wasn't a good enough value there.
He put his value higher in himself than we valued him. So, like,
well, I don't know about that. I don't want to say about that. But what I was just saying is there wasn't enough value that would justify the pretty large cost for the entry fees. I mean, it was just the entry fee, not the bracket fees, because the brackets were what, like 10?
It was 10. It was $20 to play in a bracket.
Yeah, but there was still like what, 25, 30, sometimes like even more for his entry fee.
Oh yeah, that was kind of silly.
That's what killed it. It had nothing to do with the bracket fee. That was normal. It was the entry fee, because you had that early registration, then you had like the other pricing, and then when it got close, it was like full price, and that was expensive as shit. It's a marketing scheme. People would still do it.
Well,
that's obvious, but
that's like what I'm kind of like saying.
It was still pricey even at that base level. I mean, actually no, I lie. At that base level, it was cheap, but like, otherwise it was still pretty expensive, and you didn't get really what you were expecting. You're expecting a larger tournament, well run, all the things you're looking for a larger tournament when you're paying that kind of price.
I think is what he expects with his other games too.
Yeah,
but it never really happened with Melee, so he probably, he probably just got deterred. And I don't see Game Flux happening in the near future.
Yeah.
Okay, no. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen before the end of summer, and if it's not gonna happen after that, unless he just puts some effort.
Do you know if he's somewhat located a new place or not yet?
I mean, when Game Flux closed, 3 months ago now?
It was April, right?
April. Was it really April?
I think it was April, or maybe it was earlier than that. I might be wrong there.
April was 1 month. I've been.
I'm sorry. That must have been like February.
I've been working at my job since start of April, so it definitely must have been. It had to have been February. Yeah, it was February.
Probably February.
Mm-hmm. What was I saying? Ever since February, I haven't heard a single thing. He told us, I've been looking for venues, but like,
he might be out.
Think it's out the door.
All right, we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm really curious about. I really hate to say it like that, but Game Flux was my breeding ground, dude. That's where I grew in the community it's where I grew as a person. It's where I grew as a young man that I am today. I fucking found a little bit of myself in that venue, and found, I hate saying it like this, probably like my closest friends, like Ben, Lindley, Weston, and Winnie the Crew, like my closest friends, like, yeah, definitely.
Well, it's almost the same thing for just how we even got roped into all this.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird. We raided together in WoW.
That's so cool. You raided together.
I'm on the East Coast.
That's so cool.
Like half our raid group.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, it's like half our raid group is from my area, and then like some parts are where he lives, in Southern California, and there's just groups of people, and then it all just coalesces all in the one spot.
It's weird the way the world works, dude.
Yeah, it's weird.
And now you guys here in the Pac Northwest.
Yeah.
Slaying it up with ePG.
Yeah, man, it's been an adventure, and
there's only more to come.
Nemesis,
there's only more to come.
Yeah, there is only more to come. Like Nemesis, July 8th, 3rd year anniversary tournament. We're pretty excited.
I'm
pretty excited. Yeah.
Damn.
And it's gonna be fun.
More than fun, dude. You kidding me? Even if I'm not playing at the time or taking it as seriously, I'm still going to go and commentate and have a grand time.
Yeah, we need to go and put out a new form, like a Google form, because we need to go and get some more signups. Because there's I got to go buy some equipment. Like, I want to get little walkie-talkies. So like like people have them clipped and maybe get like one of those little cheapo like wired headsets. So like that way, like for the TOs and the people who are actually running it, so that way they can be on a channel and essentially they can comm with one another.
Dude, you know how professional that'd look?
No, well, I'm just saying.
I'd rock. No.
For sanity's sake, if you're running a tournament and you need to talk to each other and there's something that's going on that needs to be communicated, especially when you've got like people trying to report their brackets and they're all over the place, you want to make sure things are running smoothly and things are organized. So I'm like, why not get a bunch of little walkies? They're not that expensive to get like a pack of like 6 of them or something.
Probably a couple hundred or $100.
No, you'd be like, like $80 or something. You can get like a pack of them plus like little headsets that come with them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They usually come with them too.
Yeah. So like I can go and buy like some combo pack. But I was just thinking, like these are certain things I still need to lock down because I want to make sure the tournament runs real smooth, That's just,
and it will.
That's just the one. You know how we are. Like
you guys put a lot of damn time, effort. You guys have your weekly meetings. I don't know if that's something you like.
Well, we don't really talk about it too much, but yeah. We have
meetings. That's something that ESS has meetings. Like we meet not on a regular basis like that, but that's something that I think you should. That's something that I don't even think you should hide, and I feel no shame in bringing that to light. That you guys meet on a basis enough. Maybe it's not.
It's online. It's online.
If it's online.
Yeah, we
even that. No, you guys are meeting, spending your fucking time to grow, and that's something you should sell. You should sell yourself on that. You guys are trying to grow this community so much to the point where you're spending your after work time that could be spent doing anything else in this large life that we have. Could be doing anything else.
Yeah.
Going out there making money. You're growing this community, your brand, and like something that can only give props to, and it'll only get better.
Well, we I spend a lot of my time doing this kind of stuff.
Damn sure.
Like we're sitting right here having a podcast instead of going outside and enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
Or watching a movie or something.
Yeah.
We're having we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, this is self-evident at this point.
Self-evident.
Self-evident.
Elaborate on that. I don't get that meaning.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because we're spending our time recording a podcast instead of screwing off. But I guess this could be construed for fun as well.
No, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is good. It's for other people, too. I view it as, we're spending our time talking and enjoying that. But, there's a bigger purpose for it, and, whatever that may be. But, it's only helping this damn community that I love so much.
It's a great community.
Dude.
On that, and that's why I want to do the podcast, and it's something I didn't elaborate in the podcast with Ben or Chief.
Yeah,
is that one of the things that this community is missing, I think, is just like we were talking earlier. We're not loud. We don't talk much.
Yeah.
And it's difficult because you've got all these little pockets of people all over the place, and they all have their own kind of cliques.
Chief mentioned on that a little bit too. I listened to that podcast
and I think that we just need to come together at some point, and that's one of the objectives of our weekly meetings is to basically try to, we talk about stuff that we're doing, stuff that I'm making, stuff that is going on for the tournaments and stuff. But we do also, just bullshit a little bit and have some fun and have that time.
Can't all be serious,
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to touch on something you were talking about in the last podcast with Chief, just kind of relating to this. But it was about. It was also I saw a comment on a Facebook page. It was about polling members from the community. You guys were talking about the cliques and how people, Ben felt as if people weren't, as inviting or as open. That's something I strive to do. I strive when I walk into a room, I say hello to everybody, and if I don't know someone, I'm gonna make it a point to be if we're in a conversation, I'm not gonna go up to hey random guy, what's your name? But
hey cripple.
Hey
sorry, I just had to.
Fucking Chevy, dude. But I mean if I'm in a conversation with someone,
you're
damn right, or just in a group and I see him being quiet, I'm like, dude, what's going on? With with Q-Tip, he's new, he's a new face around here.
Yeah.
I see him. That was a very strange. Yeah, we'll get back to that.
All right.
But when I see him around, I'm always yo, Q-Tip, what's going on, girl? Just like trying to throw him some shit, trying to make him feel welcome because, like that's the only way we'll get people to return and keep coming.
Yeah.
And I don't ever, like that's my personality. That's who I am. But that's the only way you'll ever get people to
I agree. And
enjoy
what that was from.
I was interested.
What I was going to say is sometimes I feel bad for him, because he is kind of a timid guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to give him the same rub I give everyone else, to try to be that like 1950s dad, like, suck it up, son, what do you have to do next?
Do you think he takes it personal?
Well, no, I don't think so at all. But I don't have any opinion on it. I just feel because he is timid and he is new, and I don't want to scare him away, and so sometimes like I have to find that line with certain people, and he's a good guy though, and he definitely tries, and he's been coming back, and he's
I've seen him every single EPG I come to. I'm like, what's up, Q-Tip? Like, good to see. I remember meeting you and not knowing who you were, and then meeting you the next week and being like, oh, you're Q-Tip Factory. I played you on Net Play. And then seeing him the next week and be like, what's up, Q-Tip? And then from there, it just grows. It just like, what the fuck's up, Q-Tip? Like, good to see you, bro. Like,
until one day he takes your number 5 spot.
With that nasty Lucas. I think it's Lucas.
Yeah, he does play Lucas, as far as I remember.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it's a filthy Lucas, too. We were doing that crew battle when the power went out that one day.
Yeah, that was that. You know what? Talking about community, that night was a bonding night.
Fucking huge.
I mean, think about it. And I say this, it blew my mind. And I said this over and over again. But it was incredible that the power went out. We had anticipation.
I'll have something to add to this as well.
We had some anticipation that the power may go out. We thought we'd be good.
It was
between
pretty crazy.
That 7 to 10 pocket. We thought we were going to be good.
We got this from Melee.
And technically, we should have been good because everyone else had power around us. But vegetation. Like trees or whatever. Like that was the cause of the outage. Like bullshit wind, man. They just had to knock over some dumb power line and knock the power out. But
it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but even still, people stayed for the most part. There was like a few people left, but that was already because Melee bracket was already halfway through and they were already lost or whatever.
Yeah.
But almost everyone else still stayed. They were playing board games. We pulled out.
People went out for food.
Yeah, a bunch of people went out for B-dubs and drinks, and then they came back later in the night.
Yeah.
We had people playing hacky sack in the front lawn.
I was one of them.
We had people just relaxing. There was everyone was just like they're just like, okay, power's out. Forget about it. Screw about
whatever.
it.
We don't need Smash.
Yeah, and so like
people drove out to come play Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And I don't view it like that because I wouldn't have, if I wasn't working and I drove out from Marysville. I wonder how I would have felt, sitting in an hour of traffic to get here and not have a bracket to play. But
that would have been a little brutal.
I didn't even come to think that there was other people who, because I just came from work. I'm right down the road, 10 minute drive. But people who came from 30, 40 minutes away, and they still chilled and hung out. That didn't even ever cross my mind that people came that far and they were just hanging out and having a good. I was just like, the time thing didn't. Because that's also a thing.
And the power was out for a good few hours. It was like 2-3 hours.
Come on till
it was like 2.5, 3 hours before it came back, and yet people were still here, still hanging out, doing their own thing. And then when the power did come out, the comeback that is. You had the guys from B-dubs coming. They all come back. They're all coming back. Maybe like one of them went home, but pretty much everyone's still back. And all of a sudden, some massive draft crew battle goes on until almost like midnight at night or something. That was
so cool, dude. We did yes, and my team won. You got him.
Was there any money on the line?
I was just about to say. There was.
Or do you not want to say?
Oh no, there was 5 between me and so it was me and Aki. Versus Chevy and John, basically, I believe.
Sure.
Chevy, Shock, and John, or something like that. Or something like that, I can't remember. But, no, we had Shock, got him. And I put 5 with John. I put 5 on the line with John, and I put 5 on the line with Chevy. But I'm such a... I didn't know how to bring this up like this. But, I was just like, fucking keep money. I don't care. I'm just glad we had fun.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd hope the same from them. But it was a bet. But, it was just like... keep your fucking money, dude. I'm just glad, because like I didn't want their money. It was just more for the entertainment of it.
It was just it's just
we were having a grand
bragging
fucking,
rights.
We were having a grand fucking time, and we were all just like, come on, 5 on it, John. And then John fucking destroyed me.
You just wanted to flex your ePeen, man.
You're damn right. God damn it. God damn it. Here we are, 3 years later. I'm just like ragging on the ePG tag.
Well, that was something I was talking about to Chief too last week. We got a little ragged on in the beginning, but that's fine. That's fair. That's fair game too.
I'm not gonna lie, I ragged on you guys, dude.
That's fine. That's fair game.
I can't help but be.
I was obviously you gotta be like, screw this guy, but
of course.
But it's whatever. It's fine. I
didn't understand the meaning. Now I've grown. It's grown on me so much.
That's the whole point.
But I mean, it shouldn't take. I think it took like a year for me to be like, all right, I'm cool with this. I never was like fucking EPG or ePeen gaming, but I always, to this day, I'll still hit up Chief. What up, ePeen gamer? I'm on the phone with him or some shit.
That's funny.
I call him ePeen. I call Chevy ePeen gaming Chevy. I
just have different names for Chevy, but it's always like something. I just a play on Chevy. It's like. I would just like call him Chevrolet one day or Chevron.
The best part. So my coworker, she was mentioning something about giving rides away, and she said something about like she had no idea we had a friend named Chevy, but she said you better get on your damn Chevrolet legs. I'm not giving you no ride. She made that mention, and I was like, oh my God, I've had to give Chevy a ride a few times.
That would have been a perfect joke.
Next time, I'm telling him, dude, you better get on your Chevrolet legs.
I think you've ruined the joke. Just make sure you don't have Chevy listen to this. You don't listen this far deep into the podcast.
I doubt. I really doubt Chevy's listening to the Game & Watch guy who's got him pissed off 5 million times.
Yeah, you do make him mad.
Yeah, I'm fucking proud of that shit. God damn, Chevy was a fucking demon for 2 years of my life. Well, you're damn right. To the day I die, I will say that I love making Chevy mad in this game because it's like...
Step up from your brother?
No, that'll always sit somewhere deep in my heart. But getting Chevy mad, just give me it. I will sit back in that and, kind of like, I guess revel's the right word, right? Where I'm like,
a little salivating.
It's not even like my doing. It was all Peter, and then I just come in and like, no. Calpico.
We have stories about him. I don't even want to go.
That's another day.
That's a long thing.
We'd be here for another 3 hours or some shit.
All right. Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about, and we're almost at the 2 hour mark.
Damn, that's a good ass podcast.
Yeah.
Good ass podcast. I can't. 2 hours.
Almost.
I'm out of here, dude. For 2 hours with you.
It's 6:46, so we started at like 5:05, 5:06, something like that.
I got here at like 5:10.
Did you?
Yeah, we've been going for what's your recording
hour
say?
And a half. Oh.
I bet like an hour and 15.
An hour and 30.
Ooh, yeah, we're pretty deep. That's an hour longer than Chief's podcast. Fucking Ben.
That's fine. Well, that's the first podcast.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We have a lot more to build on.
Well, I think we'll go and end today's podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
As an introduction of Zeddy and everything Zeddy.
Oh, I just flipped off. I was putting my fingers up.
Oh, it's fine.
There's no video. Hey, we're good. Well, thank you for having me on, dude. I was glad I was able to talk your ear off about
Thanks
this shit.
for coming. Well,
of course.
And again, that's one of the reasons I'm trying to do this is reach out to people, get people connected, talk about things. We can reflect on stuff that's going on in the community and just talk about everything that's going on and
shoot the shit.
Have fun.
The good old podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, dude.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Everybody go to Nemesis.
Yes.
It's going to be sick.
July 8th at, what is it, UW with Cascade?
Yeah,
Haggett
Maple Hall.
No,
you're in Haggett?
Yeah, we're in Haggett Hall Cascade Room.
Hey, okay, well, make sure to fucking check it out. And watch Washington destroy on Cruise this Friday.
Yes.
This Friday. What is it, the 20-something? 27th?
27th.
Ow, Washington.
It's the same time or same day as the Arcadian, but screw the Arcadian. We're watching Bigger
Bow. Hell yeah. All right, I guess take it easy, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah, guys, have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Dude.